All right, hey, what's going on, guys? How do you do? It's your boy Gray here, and welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, I told you guys that when we hit 70,000 subscribers that we would do a Q&A video. So here we go, man. We haven't done one of these in a while, but let's get to it. We got a lot of great questions. And you know what, man? Real quick, sorry, before we get into all the questions and stuff, let me just put this at the start of the video. Guys, if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a like on today's video. It would really help out. If you guys are interested in any Control Freak products, you can check out their website, link in the description below. You can use code GRAY at checkout. If you guys are thinking about getting any G Fuel products, you can use code YTGRAY at checkout, link in the description below to their website. And lastly, if you're thinking about getting a new controller, highly recommend checking out AIM Controller's website, link in the description below. You can use code GRAY at checkout or just click on the link and the discount will be applied automatically. We've been streaming a lot over on Kick. If you guys want to give us a follow over there, link in the description below, and also give us a follow outside of YouTube on our social media platform, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. All right, man, let's get to it. All right, here we go, man. First question from Connecting here. It says, what's your favorite gun in Call of Duty history? I've mentioned this before in the past, and I'm happy to mention it again here. My favorite gun in COD history has always been the MTAR. Whatever variant, whatever way that they present the MTAR, sometimes it's an SMG form, sometimes it's an assault rifle, sometimes it's called the Ram 7. Whenever it's presented in a Call of Duty, that's typically the gun that I use, like one of the guns that I use the most. Next question here is from Yuri. The question is, how satisfied are you with being a content creator? That's a great question, man. And I gotta say, I feel really satisfied being a content creator. This has brought me so much joy, and it's just something that I've always wanted to do with my life. I mean, if you would have asked me when I was a child, what is your dream job? I would have told you, and I've said it before, I wanted to play video games for a living. I've always been very passionate, and I've always loved and enjoyed video games. I just never knew until I was like 26 years old, 27. I never knew that this was an actual career path that people were doing YouTube as a job. I didn't know that. Once I did figure that out, I mean, I went all in, man, and I gave it everything I had, and thankfully it's been working out thanks to you guys for supporting the channel. But I feel very satisfied as a content creator, man. Every job has its stress and every job has its downs and ups and downs and stuff, but for the most part, I really don't have much to complain about. Next question here is from VBitQ. Says, are you burnt out of YouTube? Are you burnt out of YouTube? If yes, is there coming soon a break? I don't know. I don't see a break coming anytime soon. I have days where I certainly don't want to stream, or I certainly don't want to make a video. Absolutely, those days come. You know, it happens when you do this almost every single day. Some of you might not know this, but when I first started doing YouTube, I uploaded a video, at least one video, every single day for 3 years. I uploaded at least one video every single day for 3 years, and I also did a stream. And I didn't even feel any, like, at all. I didn't feel any burnout when I was doing that. But I can't say for the moment I'm not feeling necessarily any burnout. But I do anticipate it might come one day. But we'll see. We'll handle that when it happens. Next up here, we got a question from Sunny Bob. Says, what is your favorite NFL team? For me, I've been an Eagles fan since 2006, 2005, 2006. I've been an Eagles fan. I first got into football like around 2002, and I started off as a Jets fan because I'm from New York, and there were two teams, and one of the teams was green. Green is my favorite color, so I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna roll with the Jets. And then as I learned the game, as I learned the players and plays and coaches and staff and playbooks and all that stuff, I started to develop a fondness for the Eagles at that time. You know, back when they had Donovan McNabb, Terrell Owens, Javon Curse, Brian Westbrook, Dawkins, you know, all these incredible players. So I've been a dedicated Eagles fan since about 2005, 2006. Next question here we got is from Jetto. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It says, where can we see or hear your music? You can always find the links to all of that stuff in the description of every single video and every single live stream. And if you're looking for a specific place, you can always find my music on SoundCloud. You can find some of it on Bandcamp and an old YouTube channel probably as well. My stage name at the time was Alfredo Gray. If you guys ever just search up Alfredo Gray, I'm sure you'll be able to find some links, or like I said, just in the description of every single video and every single live stream that I do. Next question here is from Matthew Marsden. Who inspired you growing up? That's a great question, man. I mean, I think I've taken inspiration from a lot of different people, a lot of different aspects in my life, man. Obviously my old man, my dad, my grandfather. I was always inspired by Kobe Bryant and, you know, his drive and his winning mentality, or Mamba mentality, win by any means, outwork people by any means, you know. Childish Gambino has inspired me tremendously. And then when I started doing YouTube, I was definitely inspired by people like Korean Savage and Swag, FaZe Jev, and Prestigious Key and Hollow. Those guys really instilled and inspired what I wanted to do with my life here on YouTube, in this career path that I chosen. A lot of different people have inspired me in my life, man. I mean, my mother, you know, my aunts, you know, my uncles. I mean, I get a lot of different inspirations from a lot of different people, but the ones that I named have been, I guess, the most important for sure. Next question here we got from The Real Johnny. Says, do you get along with other content creators? That's a great question. I mean, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that I do get along. I don't feel like I have problems with anybody in our, you know, in our little streamer content creator world. I don't think so. I've always been the type that if there's a problem, I mean, you guys know me. If there's a problem, I'll go directly to you. I'll talk directly to you. I guess because you guys have never really seen me collaborate with anybody on YouTube or anything like that. But I mean, off YouTube, like over on Twitter, even through text and stuff, I mean, I do talk to a few content creators that I consider friends and that I can always reach out to and you know, get advice from them. I mean, I'll just throw two names out there, not to like be the name guy, but I mean, you guys have known this. You guys seen like Korean Savage. I mean, K3, I've been so fortunate. The guy that, one of the people that really inspired me to do YouTube, I can actually text and have a conversation with him, you know, every once in a while and say what's up. I've met him in person and stuff. I've been fortunate enough to have a conversation with like people like Dismo, who also have inspired me in this YouTube stuff and content creation stuff. And, you know, I've gotten such great advice from Dismo. But I absolutely 100% don't have a problem or an issue, or have ever had an issue with anybody doing this YouTube stuff. Thankfully, I've stayed out of the drama, and I've just always been about just my work. I've always had the tunnel vision, just to do my work and do my thing as best as possible for you guys. Big love and support to anybody who's trying to be a content creator or streamer, and doing an honest job of it. There's a lot of snakes out there for sure, and you know, the people that I stay away from. But as far as like, do I have a problem with anybody? No. Next question here from Ratchet says, are you married? Yes, me and my wife Ruby have been married for 4 years. Next year will be our 5th anniversary, and we're hoping to go to WrestleMania in Philadelphia. We'll see. Next question here from Azathoth, I believe that's the name. When did you start playing Call of Duty, and was it your very first game ever? My first Call of Duty ever was actually Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare on the PS3. That was the first Call of Duty that I ever played, and I've been hooked ever since. I played every single Call of Duty since then, except for Advanced Warfare. Till this day, I have not played 1 second of Advanced Warfare, but I played every other Call of Duty since then. And was it my first game ever? No, hell no. And I've been playing games since I was like 4 years old, and you know, on the old Super Nintendo and Game Boy, you know, on the old ones. Next question here from Xander. Favorite Call of Duty in the last 5 years? So last 5 years, let's go backwards here. So we got Modern Warfare 2, we got Vanguard, we got Black Ops Cold War, and then we have Modern Warfare, right? Modern Warfare 2019, and then what? Black Ops 4. If I'm correct with that order, I guess my favorite, I'd have to say, was probably Black Ops Cold War. Although I really enjoyed the gameplay aspect of Black Ops 4 too. But if we're talking an overall Call of Duty, like with everything that was featured within it, I gotta go with Black Ops Cold War. I thought that was a more complete game. Next question here from my man Duum says, do you want to continue doing this as a career for as long as possible? That's a great question. You know, I guess so. I mean, as long as I can possibly do this, would be phenomenal. I mean, I'm sure there's going to come a time in all of our lives, you know, we're old and, you know, we're tired and we just want to rest and stuff and relax and not have to do work or anything. But I feel like I'm always going to be playing video games, I think. I guess it just comes down to whether or not I'll have, if I'll have the energy to stream and to make videos and to edit and to upload content. You know, I guess we'll see. But ideally, yes. But yeah, ideally. And the question is, for as long as I can possibly do it. Yes, ideally, for as long as I can. That would be amazing. Next question here from Sinister. Will you ever stream full-time somewhere if it benefits you financially? I've always considered myself a content creator first and a streamer second. I've always done streaming as a way to connect with you guys and to also promote like the videos on the channel. But will I ever stream full-time somewhere? I mean, I think that would entitle some kind of contract. I don't think I'm anywhere near, you know, the numbers of viewers that it would take for me to even get a contract. I'm nowhere close to that stuff. But if by some incredible chance in the future I do get offered a streaming contract for a certain amount of money where I can live comfortably with, you know, here with my family, yeah, that to me would be a no-brainer, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick or Facebook, whatever the platform is. If I was able to live comfortably and provide for my family of streaming full-time, yeah. Next question here from Honeywater. Have you ever had to call the police because your neighbor was being too loud? That's funny. No, well, no, I've never had to do that. And I gotta give the people upstairs so much love and so much credit. They have really taken us into consideration after we've spoken to them. Every once in a while, yeah, things get a little, you know, things cross the line every once in a while. But just you know, we've established a text communication where I say, hey guys, I'm sorry to bother y'all, but we're in the living room and, you know, somebody's running and jumping back and forth for the last 30 minutes and it's about to be 9 p.m., you know, and then they'll reply right back, oh, we're so sorry, yeah, we'll take care of that, and it's taken care of. But they have been so great. They have taken us into consideration for the last, at least for the last like 5-6 months, and they've just, you know, they've been wonderful. And they're actually currently on vacation, which I guess they do every year because they did the same last year, so it's just been peaceful in the apartment at least for about a month already, so we'll see. Next question here from Porsche Guy says, hey Gray, have you ever been in a school fight or a bar fight? Yeah, I've actually been in both. School fights were mainly though before high school. It was around high school where all that stuff kind of like stopped being fun and cool, and I was always friendly and cool with everybody in high school, never really had a problem with anybody, but in like junior high school, between third and fifth grade, and junior high school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, there was a lot of fights, man. I was a real bad kid growing up, and especially in school, I was a troublemaker, and I used to hang with a bad crowd a lot too, and we used to always just fight and stuff. And yeah, that was in school. And when it comes to bar fights, I've only ever been in 2 bar fights, and the big bar fight that was like ended up being almost a big brawl was at this bar that I used to frequent. There was these 3 really big like Asian guys, and they were drunk and they were just being very loud and abrasive, and they were like pushing people. They didn't realize how they were, because they were drunk, so they were pushing people, trying to be like it was all fun and games, but they were really pushing people like really aggressively, and at one point they got to me, and the thing with me is that I have very low temper when it comes to stuff like that, and I warned the big guy at first. There's 3 of them. I warned the big guy in the middle, and he did it again, and I literally just dropped my drink and I jumped on him, and the bartenders jumped over the bar, and everybody in the bar started like pushing each other and fighting. Meanwhile, I'm over here punching this guy, and he's punching me in my stomach. It eventually got separated and stuff, but they got kicked out. And then thankfully it was like the bar that it was a bar that I frequent, so I knew everybody in the bar, especially the bartenders and obviously the other regulars, and they saw that it wasn't me, that I was just, you know, I had warned the guy and he just did it again, and they were like, no, you're all right, they're out of here. And yeah, that was one. Next question here is from my girl Amanda. She says, big goals that you're actively pursuing. I think just career-wise with this whole YouTube stuff, just continuously working and growing towards 100,000 subscribers, and ultimately getting that plaque from YouTube at 100,000 subscribers. I think that's one of the main things I'm actively pursuing every day. And personally, just in my personal life, just trying to start saving up some more money, start saving up for the future, and ultimately just live and enjoy life. That's a goal of mine for sure. Just, you know, go to the concert, you know, go out drinking, go have a drink, you know, have a cigar, go hang with friends, go hang with family, go watch sporting events, you know, watch TV and watch sports on TV with your family and friends and stuff, and hang out, listen to music, all that stuff. Just be happy and enjoy life as much as you can. Next question here is from Anime. Says, what has been the biggest obstacle for you on YouTube? So for me, when I first started doing YouTube, I got into the game, and when I say game, I got into doing YouTube, I feel like a bit late. I got very lucky that, you know, people saw the hard work and the dedication that I had for this stuff, and ultimately I started to grow on YouTube. But one of the biggest obstacles for YouTube is just the amount of people that you have to compete with when it comes to content. That is one big obstacle right there. And another one is the continuously changing what it was called, the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. It just changes so often. It's really difficult to keep up, because yeah, you can upload a video, yeah, you can upload a specific video on a specific topic or content, right? But there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that impacts the views that you get. And that is still something that I'm trying to learn, and I'm still trying to really like understand. I have a lot of difficulties with that. All right, one final question for those of you who've been with us this entire time, throughout this entire video, listening to me ramble on. Thank you so much. One last question here from Deathstruck. Says, Gray, how did you reach a wider audience on YouTube? You know, I'm not 100% sure, man. I mean, all I've ever done on YouTube is just post content, Call of Duty content. Every once in a while I'll do a different game, I'll live stream a different game, I'll upload a horror video and stuff like that. But when it comes to reaching a wider audience, I think that's just you guys. You guys watch the videos, and therefore YouTube recommends it to other people. Yeah, social media plays a factor, and streaming plays a factor, and all that stuff. So you could like post content on TikTok, which can generate views and generate more subscribers over on YouTube. You can post content on Instagram, and which will drive people over here to YouTube. You can do all of that for sure. But I think ultimately it's just a matter of staying consistent, being truthful, being honest with your videos, and ultimately not bullshitting the viewers. I mean, I think you guys, I hope you guys know that the person who's here, me, the person that's talking in every video that you see, that's me on and off camera. I'm not putting on a facade here. I'm not putting on an act, trying to make you like me. If you like me, great. I'm so appreciative. But if you don't, it doesn't bother me at all. This is who I am. I'm a hardworking, dedicated, respectful, and just at the end of the day, I'm an honest guy. That's just who I am. Whether it's good honesty or bad honesty, I'm gonna be honest with you. People tend to, at least I do, I tend to enjoy content from people who I feel are being genuine. And then what ends up happening is that, you know, more and more people watch your content. YouTube notices that, and they'll start recommending and pushing your videos on other, you know, viewers and other subscribers. I've just been so fortunate that you guys have had my back, and that you guys love the video and support the content. I'm the luckiest guy in the world, man. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, man, that is a one hell of a Q&A video, huh? We haven't done one of these in a very long time, but thank you all so much for 70,000 subscribers. I don't know what we're up to, but I think we're past 71,000. I think we're closing in on 72,000 at the moment. Thank you so much, man. I mean, all I can ever do is just continue working, keep my head down, stay with, you know, tunnel vision, and just keep pushing out content. And I hope that you guys continue to support, and it just means the world to me. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Q&A video. Shout out to everybody who left a question. I try to get to as many people as I could. Once again, please don't forget to subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, and drop a like on today's video. It would really help out. Maybe we'll do another Q&A when we reach, if we ever reach 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Once again, if you're thinking about getting Control Freak products, you can use code GRAY, link in the description. If you're thinking about G Fuel products, you can use code YTGRAY, link in the description. And if you're thinking about getting a new controller, you can check out AIM controllers, and you can use code GRAY at checkout, or just click on the link and the discount will be applied automatically. So follow outside of YouTube on our Kick channel. Check us out on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and I'm gonna call it there for me today, guys. Thank you so much. More content coming soon. Till the next one, my name is Gray. Peace.